Good evening, everyone. I'm just making the little story in my life. When I was 6 years old, 7 years old before, my life is not really, in an abundance situation because my mom is a teacher, and then my papa before is just like is a carpenter, and sometimes they're working in the municipal hall. So I'm the only daughter of the family. So I'm just sharing the playground that I have before, guys. So this is the toys that I'm making for me in myself. Since I was 6 years old, 7 years old, until now, I'm very creative when it comes to the handicraft cooking or whatever. So I'm making these toys like this one before, guys. They remind me this is my my toys that I wanted before. So I'm creating a little movie theater inside of my garage or stock room or bodega. They call bodega in the Philippines, or stock room. I have the little space inside, so I just put a little curtain, guys, in the middle of the stock room, and then I put a little light, and then every time I make the toys, I'm hanging it, and then I just love to look to see what I'm doing for the whole day, and then I love collecting toys, guys. So I'm just sharing this one, guys, how creative I am. So, and then later on, I never realized that I make it my own movie, just like a movie theater. We call movie theater because we down before, way back before, during my childhood, there is no movie theater in the island because I grew up. I was born in the city, but I grew up in the islands where my mom working as a teacher. So I grew up in Bukas Grande Island. So I was alone playing by myself because I don't like playing. I don't like playing my neighbor because I'm happy being alone, playing in my own creative, be creative in my own. So sometimes I'm imagining that I'm walking in the stage, that I'm graduating, something like that, and then sometimes I'm pretending that I'm doing a speech in the stage. So later on, guys, I just realized that during the time that I was making any stuffed toys, hanging in the curtain, because I'm just put the curtain blocking, and then I did not realize when I put the light, and then I was walking behind the curtain. I just realized that I made my own movie theater. So I start inviting all my friends in the neighbor, even though I'm not very close to them, because I'm happy to play alone, but I'm just happy to share my idea that I did not know, I did not notice that I create this kind of just like a movie theater. So when my neighbor, my childhood friend or whatever came to see what I what I'm creating the time, so they're happy. So I'm start playing like, okay, you can come in inside if you have this kind of, just like here in America, just like a quarter, a penny, something like that. So because I'm using that idea, just like I have my own movie theater inside of the storage area. So now my mom was wondering why there is a lot of kids inside the storage, what's going on inside. So everybody is quiet because I'm doing this one like a movie theater, but at the same time I'm talking behind the curtain with the light. So all the kids is sitting in the floor and then listening what I am saying, that I'm describing this one, that this Pinocchio, that if you see something lie, your nose become, start growing, something like that. And then I describe the guitar, that the guitar is just like part of our life, because if you touch the guitar, you're creating the music, just like the solo music that you can listen. You can create the sounds of music if you touch the guitar. And then when it comes to the stuffed toys, once you start creating the design, and then you form the one, you put something, everything, and then when you form everything, like, oh my god, I made it, I make a dog, so you start continue doing, just like a habit already. So when I was 7 years old before, guys, I love the stuffed toys, guys. I love the teddy bear, but my mom can't afford to buy the teddy bear. So I just try to imagine the design of the teddy bear. I'm drawing it using the old clothes of my mom. So I form it. I just like, okay, I'll try to do this, because that's the only hangout that I can make the whole day. I'm playing by myself, so I'm very creative, guys, when it comes to handicraft, stuffed toys, whatever. Sometimes I'm drawing. So when I start showing to my friend that I have a movie theater, and then when you live in the island and there's no other like just like entertainment or activity that they're happy. So I start collecting money. Okay, you can come in if you have a quarter, if you have a penny, a peso. They call peso in the Philippines, guys. So they start just like, oh, let's go to Jama's storage, because Jama have a movie theater. They call, guys, in the Philippines, sinihan. That's like a cine, a movie theater, something like. They now just like word to word, just like, oh, the friends invite a friend, just like communication to each other, that try to communicate. Oh, Jama have a movie theater. Oh, I don't believe that. So okay, let's go, because this time she start doing the movie theater, and then now everybody sit down quiet, and then I'm behind of the curtain, guys. I'm describing the toys. It's just like I'm a teacher. I try to demonstrate this is the teddy bear, the mama bear, and the baby bear. And then I give the just like the importance of a friendship, the sharing ideas, something like that. So now I just remind us, like, when I saw it in my bedroom, I put some curtain there, and then I put the light, and then I just try to create my memories, the old memories that I have before. So I try to create my memories way back. So when I'm performing, guys, this one to create another one that's like refresh in my life. I was crying and emotional to do this, because they remind me before I can't afford any kinds of toys, stuffed toys. I'm just using the old clothes of my mom, or the old curtain to make the stuffed toys. And it put something. Sometimes I'm using the sun inside, because I don't have the extra clothes to put inside to make the real, just like a real teddy bear, a real dog. So sometimes I'm using the banana leaves inside. So when I finish one, guys, I was really happy. Just like when I finish one, just like, oh my god, I did not like everything. Every time I make something, guys, I hang it. Then when I start like collecting, like, oh my god, I make a lot. So when I start doing the movie theater, guys, the kids start just like encourage, just like, oh, I can do this too in my own. So they try to create, guys, and then they start doing. So just like I am the leader to do these things, to encourage people that, oh, we can make it in our own, just like a movie theater. So now I just realize now that now we have a TV, we have a movie theater, but way down before, guys, during my childhood, guys, I live in the islands, that's like no entertainment, only radio, even though the TV, even the electricity, there's nothing in the island. We're using a gas just like a lamp, put in the bottle and put some clothes, put some aluminum foil to make a light. That's how's the life in the island, guys. But I like the islands, guys, because you can eat all fresh food from the sea, the fish. The rice is from the rice land. There's not just like a chemical stock, like for how many months stock your rice in the stock room. Fresh from the fresh harvest from the rice land, and fresh fish by the sea. So now I just put the title, guys, the shadow of my memories, the shadow of my playground before that I can afford to buy before. So now, guys, just watch this movie to remind you. So and then I just continue the story of my life. So after that one, I encourage my childhood friend. I start creating, communicating people, creating just like a friend, and then sharing my ideas to them, and then all of their friends, they're telling that, oh, we can go to Jama because Jama create this just like a movie theater. She knows how to do this, so we can ask her. So people come to me and ask, what is a kid get? Like, okay, I can help you this one, but you need to give me something because I'm just like a teacher, guys, at the early age of 6 or 7 until I grow up, guys. So when I reach 7 to going to 8, I start making in my own food to sell the food, because when I was in the school, guys, when I was in grade 1, I don't have crayons. I don't have a paper. My mom is a teacher. My mom have a lot of books. So I'm reading a book, guys. There is the story of the Spot. The Spot, that's like a Dalmatian dog. That's the Dalmatian dog have the story before. That's like the Spot. That's my favorite story about the dog before. So I'm just trying to create in my own, so that I can buy my own crayons, because when I was in elementary, guys, in grade 1, my mom is my teacher. So I don't want just like my mom treat me, because I am the daughter, her daughter. So I'm just doing in my own. I read, I'm listening to my mom. So my mom treat me like a different. It's not a daughter, as a student. My mom is a very strict teacher before, guys. You can come out the recess time if you did not know how to write a letter, because she start teaching like a line, and a circle, an oval, a rectangle, before she start teaching you the number and the letter. So even though I was in the school as a 7 years old kid before, I'm begging people to work. That's like, oh, I can help you to do this, making money so that I can buy my own crayons and papers. So the whole day, guys, I'm begging the other teacher, oh, I can help you to bring your bags, or I can carry this one. And then they gave me, guys, a piso, guys, a piso, just like here, 4 quarters. So that's a piso in the Philippines. So in the island. So most of the teacher, guys, before, I am the favorite, because I came to the school early. I clean the room, I sweep the room, I'm dusting the room. So, and then after that one, I'm going back home, and then make some candies. I just try to create. Sometimes my mom just like grated the coconut, and then I sieve the coconut meat, and then I put some sugar, some vanilla, and then make some candy, just like they call it coconut candy before. So even though as 7 years old, guys, is very young to create just like a little business. So when I share my ideas how to do this, guys, I start have a group inside in my stories. I'm just like a little group, just like, oh, you need to make this stuff to like this. So I create that. I start in the ears for the teddy bear, and then I start the head, and then I start the arms of the teddy bear and the legs of the teddy bear, and then before the body. So when I formed that one, guys, my teacher like my mom asked me just like if you can start doing that in the school to draw in the blackboard. So I don't want to do it because my mom, when it comes my mom to just like the the way you hold that chalkboard when you drawing that one, then if you did not know how to hold that one, my mom pinched my finger. So I did not introduce myself to do that, so I asked my mom to call another person. So I'm helping my mom, some of her student, how to write the letter, how to write the circle, triangle, because I want all the students come out during the recess time. So in the little island in Bocas Grande, guys, I learned a lot from there. How to fight the poverty before, because that's an island is hard the transportation, just like once a week there is a transportation from the island to the city. So if my mom have a little business before, just like a grocery, guys, you reach the time because there's no other grocery in that island before. So even though you have a little capital, but before, just like my mom live in the city, and then she stay in the island because she's a teacher. She assigned in that area, the Bocas Grande Island. So I'm just telling you guys the story how creative I am. So now the student of my mom learned from me how to make the stuffed toys, how to make the movie theater. They're happy in the house, like they stay in the room, and then they put the curtain, and then the mother said, where did you learn this? Who told you this one? So the kid in their house just like using the lampara, just like a little light, to put in front of the curtain, and then put something, and then close the door, so the area is dark, so you can see it like a movie theater. Sometimes you're moving your hands different shapes, like you can make the dog shape, the bird shape, and then barking like a dog, something like that. So you can create more. So when I was in 8 years old, guys, the life is little. The life have changes a little bit. My mom, the salary of my mom is getting more higher, but we're growing. We start just like we need some clothes, something like that. But me, I'm just using the old clothes of my mom to make my uniform. I'm not depending my mom. Even though I was young that time, I create my own. So if my papa is a fisherman, if my papa have catch a lot of fish, I just sell it to my neighbor or barter the fish to rice, because I like to eat the rice there because it's fresh harvest from the rice land, And then the kamuti tops, the sweet potato there is fresh. Especially the fish is fresh. The vegetable is fresh. It's just like organic. So I'm just sharing a little story of my life, guys. So I just a little bit emotional when I saw it again recently. My video like remind me my old memories, like a movie. I create my own movie theater at that age of 5 and 6 and 7, something like that. So guys, just continue watching this little story about the solo of my